real cases before a real judge.
Plaintiff Sabrina Petit-Frere met the defendant years ago when she dated her brother. And even after the defendant put her brother in jail, they remained friends. Sabrina claims the defendant recently came into her home and left her door open. And as a result, her dog escaped and was never seen again, so she's suing. Defendant Marcella Seifert insists that on the day in question, she never left Sabrina's door open, and she saw the dogs in the home when she left the first time. Marcella says Sabrina's mother was also at her house, so she may have let the dogs out. Marcella's is countersuing for slander.
Start with you, ma'am.
Marcella Seifert is a friend of mine. She dated my brother, Your Honor, in the late 1990s, during which time Miss Seifert had him thrown in jail for false allegations. Marcella
He didn't win on appeal?
No, sir.
When he had bad lawyers and bad judges?
I think so, sir. During which time Marcella and I remained friends, although there was a lot of friction between her and my brother. Marcella was still my friend despite what she was going through with my brother, and she was my friend for many years afterwards, up until most recently, sir. This is my dog.
See it, please.
And the love of my life. I'm very heartbroken right now, Your Honor. That dog means the world to me, my family, and...
Obviously, the dog is no longer with you.
No, sir. No, sir. On July 20th, which was Friday, 2012, Ms. Seifert came to my home and left our door open, and my dog escaped, never to be found again. And
when you
that's
spoke
why
with
I'm
her
here.
about it, when you spoke with her about it, what did she say?
Ms. Seifert said she listened at first, and she acknowledged that the dog was missing, but after persisting with her a few times about the dog, she said, well, you know, I'll give you a few dollars for the dog, but it's not my responsibility, when in fact she is the one who left my front door wide open.
She admitted to leaving the door open.
During the initial phone call that I received on July 20th, she did say that she accidentally left the door open,
You
sir.
spoke with her?
Yes, sir. She told me that she accidentally, I got a phone call. I wasn't at home. She said, I just left the house and I accidentally left the door.
She told you that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
She
Go
said,
ahead, ma'am. Let me hear from you.
Your Honor, I didn't tell her that.
You want to give me some background and tell me what happened from your standpoint?
Yes, I do. I met Sabrina about 12 years ago. I was dating her brother. The reason her brother went to jail was domestic violence. And
what did he do?
he jumped on me. He was on drugs.
Did you have any evidence, such as scars or bruises?
Yes.
All right. Did you know that?
Yes.
No, sir. I was not aware
she had
of
bruises?
No, sir. I was unaware of
All right. Then you don't know whether she did it or not.
I do know that my brother was in recovery at the time, along with Miss Marcella. Both were in recovery.
And she says he beat her. You don't know whether he was guilty or not. Don't accuse this woman when you don't know the facts. Man. Go ahead, man.
Your Honor, I had came in contact with her brother about 2 months ago at an AA meeting, and he gave me, information to where she was. Said she was having some hard times, so I got back in contact with her, and me and her used to go on trips together. I would always pay for the trips. We used to go to the casino. We used to gamble. I paid the money. When she win, I never know because she never gives me any money. So she needed a loan. I loaned her some money. And the reason why we're here today is because she didn't never pay me back the money, so she decided to give me the chairs in the place of the money. And when I went to her house, she gave me permission to go, because she didn't never bring them. She had a truck. But she told me that I could pick them up with my car. So I went to her house. Her mother opened the door. Her mother opened the door, and when I first came, I had to make 2 trips. The first time I was there, I did see the dogs. I came back the second trip, I didn't see any dogs. The mother asked me, oh, did you see the dogs? I said, no. So I said, but I'll call Sabrina, So when Sabrina came in, me and her went in my car looking for the dogs the whole night. I did not leave a door open in her house.
So
the
there
dogs
were
did not run out
2
behind
people
me.
there?
Her mother was there. Her mother opened the door for me.
Did you ever speak with her and tell her that you did it, but it was an accident?
No, sir. No, Your Honor, I did not.
Okay. Did you speak with the mother about it?
The mother was at the house. The mother let me in the house to get.
I know, but the dogs were missing. She asked you if you seen them, and you say no.
No, I told the mother I didn't see the dogs. That's
did
when
you
I
ask
called.
her the last time she saw them? You all
didn't even
go
remember.
into
The
a
mother didn't
conversation?
remember it. Didn't remember whether the dogs was missing or not. Did she let them out or anything?
She didn't remember whether she let them out.
Whether she let them out.
She knew
she
the
just
dogs
remembered
were
that when I
missing.
came the second time that she didn't see the dogs.
Okay. So he was a dope fiend, and she says he beat her. You don't know whether he was guilty or not. Don't accuse this woman when you don't know the facts. Man.
Plaintiff Sabrina Petit-Frere is suing her former friend, who claims Sabrina badmouthed her to her employer, and she was fired as a result.
Someone else was there?
The only person that was there, Your Honor, was my mother when Miss Efert went to our home. The money, I'm just going to skip back to the money part, sir. What she is saying is untrue, and I just want to clarify that, sir. I did pay her that money back. In fact, the same day that she went to the home and left our front door open, that's the day she picked up my paycheck.
Do you have something from your mother saying
yes,
that
sir,
she saw her leave it open?
Yes, sir. She went there, and while she was taking those chairs out, sir, one by one individually, instead of taking one chair out, knowing that there were dogs in the house, sir, she took the chairs out and left the door wide open, and she was fully aware that our dogs were there. If I come to your home and I know you have toddlers, there's no way I'm going to leave your front door open so the toddler can escape. That's unfair. She knows that those dogs were there. She was moving them out of the house, sir.
Ma'am, I got you. You were moving chairs?
I moved 2 chairs.
And how large were they?
Large enough to get in and fit in the car.
Okay.
Dining room chairs.
Large enough?
Yes, dining room chairs.
And you had to keep the door open to do it?
Yes, the door had to be open to remove the chairs.
Okay, so it would sound more likely that you allowed the dogs out. If you were removing chairs, and to remove the chairs, you had to leave the door open.
Yeah, but when I left, the dogs were in the house. I saw that. The dogs was, her mother put the dogs back the first time. The first time when I went there.
After putting the chairs in?
Yes, sir.
You came back in?
I had to come back again because only 2 chairs could fit in the house.
You came back after moving the chairs?
Yes.
Did you drive off or did you come immediately back in the house?
I had drove off. I went home. I had to take them to my house.
Your chairs, right?
Yes.
And you came back for what reason?
I had to come back to pick up the other 2 chairs. Yes.
And then you left the door open again?
No. That's the time.
How did they get out this time?
That's the time when I got back.
How did the chairs get out? That's what I'm asking.
Yes.
So you had to do the same thing.
Yes, I had to do the same.
Open the door to take the chairs out.
Exactly.
So that's why I'm saying it sounds more likely than not that the instances that you had the door wide open, removing the chairs, it sounds more likely than not that they came out as a result of you opening the door.
They were not there the second time.
I know they weren't there the second time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because either you let them out the first time or you let them out when you opened the door the second time. I know they weren't there.
They were there.
How does she owe you, ma'am, for defamation?
I gave her, she was hired at a job that I was working at, and she came to work and she said something on the job about me and got me fired.
Okay, you have a letter.
She came in every day.
Do you have a letter?
No, I don't have the letter from the employer.
Why not? Did the employer tell you? Did the employer tell you why he or she was firing you?
No, they didn't tell me.
You're just assuming?
No, yes, because before this incident.
Yeah, no, you can't assume that you were fired because of that. I can't assume that. You have to show me some evidence where the employer says, I fired her because she was gossiping on the job, or she said something about a fellow employee. And it's not too late to call. You want me to call him now? You got the number? Yeah. I can call him right now. Ask him why you were fired.
No.
I know it's no. Yeah, right. $2,288 is your judgment. Have a good day.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you. That's a family pet. We've had that dog for over 6 years. I have another dog that's a companion to that dog, and that dog, to me and my family, they're like our babies, and I love my dog. My dog is my buddy, my friend, and to lose that dog and never get that dog back again, I'm just heartbroken over that dog.
I'm glad, the problem is resolved.